My name is Patty Hildebrand. I'm with the City of Kansas City, Missouri's Public Works Department. In that function, I am the Division Manager for Coordination Services, which oversees all the eBuilder project controls and implementation. The city's capital program is comprised across 4 different departments. So we have aviation, public works, water, and parks and recreation. It runs anywhere from $200 to $300 million a year. And it also encompasses everything from a public requesting process, study and preliminary design, all the way through right-of-way construction and maintenance. So each of the departments is responsible for all of those phases. Kansas City's Public Works Department has about 300 employees, and our capital projects program encompasses all project management, design, our right-of-way managers, materials, construction inspection, but then we also reach outside of Public Works for some core functions that include reaching to general services for contract administration and law for legal support as well. Kansas City's had a lot of challenges prior to using eBuilder. We have 4 different operating departments that are responsible for our capital program, so things tend to become rather siloed. Information stayed within each of the departments, and then below that, it also stayed just with the project manager on their personal computer. And unfortunately, when we had staff turnover, the information on their personal computers didn't always make it to a backup system and into the project files. We also had no ability to provide centralized reporting and quick responses to requests for information from elected officials and city council members or the general public. If we're lucky, the project managers did keep their information electronically, but a lot of times it was just kept on handwritten notes, handwritten pieces of paper, and even Post-it notes around their offices. Those certainly aren't conducive to providing any reporting and gathering information in a quick manner. Kansas City is using eBuilder now to centralize all of our reporting and standardizing all of our processes. That was one of the greatest challenges in our original implementation, was taking information from all 4 operating departments and agreeing on what the right process should be so that when people were working with Kansas City, they only had one process to learn and follow, not 4 different processes and 4 different sets of expectations. The other thing that it challenged us to do was standardize and create a standard nomenclature so that each of us has the same terminology. We actually had 4 different definitions of notice to proceed and when that date actually occurred. But by talking it out and bringing everyone together to implement one centralized system, we now have the same definition of when notice to proceed occurs. And we pulled all of the information then away from the project manager's personal computers into a centralized system, which allowed for really rapid reporting. And when we get requests from finance to say, hey, what's the status of this project? We want to sweep your funds, or we need to determine balances, we don't have to go spend a week taking additional time from the project managers. They can stay focused on developing and implementing their projects, and the project controls team pull all that data together and provide responsive information in a quick manner. eBuilder has impacted our organization by challenging us to really step up and provide transparent information to our elected officials and our citizens. That's what everybody wants. They want real-time information that lets them know right now, today, what's the status of the project, how does it impact their lives, when's it going to be over, how much did we spend, and more importantly, who can we contact when we have additional questions. eBuilder has challenged us in many ways to standardize our processes, talk to each other across the organization, break down silos, and really provide great service and data to anyone that wants it. The eBuilder team has been fantastic to work with. They are true professionals in the industry and bring a great depth of knowledge in areas that most times is over my head and I can't explain either. So we've depended on them to really bring best case, best practices across local government and the construction industry to know how things should be done. They've been able to ask great questions of why we do what we do and challenged us to look at how other folks do it and take that as an opportunity to not only document what we do, but improve the way we do it. The best thing about my experience with eBuilder has been the opportunity to bring all of our staff together to provide a better work environment and provide our staff the tools that they need to really get the job done. Local government is always challenged to do more with less, and a tool like eBuilder has allowed us to really do that and take leaps forward in the amount of work that our staff can get done at any one time and then it's all being done in the same manner with the same processes.